Hey scrapbookers. Okay, so this video is going to be about old family stories and Ancestry.com, and I'm going to just show you what to do if you don't have any old family photos, and if you have been researching your family. If you can research your grandparents back to like the 1800s, chances are you can find them, I swear, on eBay. And what you can do in eBay is you can set up alerts, or you can just do searches. And so I found this, like I just got these in the mail today. So I got these three, these are called, I think, CDVs or cabinet cards. I think they're like Carte de Vista or something like that. But I have been, so I'm such a nerd. When I get into something, I just really get into it. So if I can find a cabinet card that's from Maine and it's identified, because my family goes so far back in the history of Maine, like we have been there since the 1600s. Chances are, if you're far back in Maine history, I'm related to you in some way. Also, but so on the back is this guy, and so I do have that family's name in my family tree, and I don't know exactly who he is yet, but my new little hobby is to figure out who these people are, and I don't think that I've identified these folks. These are Harlow's, but I will. I'm very confident that I can do that. And then this guy I just got because it looks like my husband. And it's from Scotland, which is so funny. But I have just been picking up, this is from New York, which is also a lot of our family we started in Maine and Massachusetts and then, moved west. Or my family actually stayed in those places, but a lot of folks moved west. So I've just picked up a bunch of these cabinet cards, and so some of them are identified, some of them I've picked because of the location, or some of them I've picked because of the photographer. So it just kind of depends. And then what I've been doing too is I can find the person's name, then I can find them in Ancestry.com, and if I'm related to this person, then I'm going to be keeping this. But if I'm not related to them, then it's like a really fun pay it forward, like just a nerdy good deed in the genealogy world to contact the the descendant of this person, which I've done with this one in particular, Cynthia Farnham Peck Coonrad, and said, hey, I got your great grandma's picture. And so even if you think that you don't have old family photos, you do. They're just on eBay, I swear. And so you can type in your family's, their surname, or you can type in the place where they lived. This one's from Rochester, New York. And I bet you can find something. What I would do is do your family trees as far as you can back to the 1800s, and then people were taking pictures, and I heard, I listened to Genealogy Gems by Lisa Louise Cook, and I think I heard it on hers. She was interviewing someone who knew a lot about old photography, and these were just 25 cents or 10 cents to get, and so I'm sure that was a lot of money back then, but I think it was affordable. So if your family wasn't completely poor, and some, even if they were, they could probably still afford to get this done. So there's tons and tons and tons of these, and they're in your antique stores, they're on eBay. I like to do the eBay searches because you can really narrow your search down, whereas if you just go, like I just picked this one up at my local antique store, and I just liked it because it looks like my husband, I think, and it really does. There's some features in there that just look a lot like him, and because of the location, which I thought was Alabama, which I think part of his family is from Alabama, but that Birmingham is actually Scotland, and it's Birmingham NB, which means North Britain, which is Scotland. Anyways, I've been nerding out on all this stuff, so I've been learning so much and I'm just loving it. But I am related to this guy. So he's not a grandfather, he's like, you know, a great uncle, and his name is Frank D. Fenderson. I think it's Frank Dudley Fenderson. And so I got all of these photos of him, like 5 photos of him, right, on eBay, and it wasn't, you know, I think I probably paid like $10 or 10 or, you know, I don't know. You can pay anywhere from like $10 to $15 on eBay, whereas if you're just going to go to an antique store and buy one, usually this is going to be about $3 at an antique store. But really, check out eBay. Like, do your family, you know, get your family lines as much as you can back to the 1800s. And then if you can do that and you can identify where they're living or what their surnames were, you can find your relatives on eBay. For real, for real. So I'm not going to use one of these on this particular layout that I'm going to be working on today. But I just kind of wanted to show you what I've been up to. And yeah, and now I have like a definite use for all those mustache embellishments that are so trendy. Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to show you what I've been doing lately. I might not even put this in with the, yeah, I won't, I'll just make this a separate little short on how to find your ancestors and use them for your scrapbooking. Now, would I put these into my scrapbook? Probably not. I really like them in this bowl. I have a bowl like this that kind of got me started on these bowls, and I've showed them in a different, I need to polish this one, but this is like a reproduction of a Paul Revere bowl, and I got this one for $23 at an antique store up in Georgia. And it just needs to be polished. Actually, I'll polish it and then I'll show it to you. So it's silver. This one is silver plated. Let's see how that looks. It's kind of cool, but it looks dirty. I want it to look like the other ones that I've been using. So this is an example of another one. See how shiny and nice that one is? This one is actually worth a lot more money. This is an actual... I looked it up on eBay, and this one's actually really a valuable one. This one is just a cheap imitation, but it's still pretty, and now I have a little collection of them, and I'm going to be doing a lot of family history scrapbooking, and so having the old bowls just makes me happy. I'll polish this up, and I'll just do a little short of that. Just hold on just a second. Okay, so I'm back, and I know this started out with old photos, and now it turned into polishing bowls, which seems pretty random, but it's not. Because if you've got the old photos, you really, I really love, and they're pretty durable, those old cabinet photos, but I love to just have them displayed in a way that you can touch them and enjoy them. So I think what I will do as far as scrapbooking with them is I probably will, I'm just putting a little silver polish like directly on here, just to show you that this is going to polish up really well. So you could totally leave it how it was, but that's not really what I want to do. I'd like to display it and have it pretty and clean, because it looks kind of like, it's interesting, but it also looks slightly disgusting, right? So what you do is you just rub this on to your bowl, and then you let some time pass, and then you can rub it off. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this, and then I'll pause, and then I'll show you the reveal, okay? Okay, so I'm back, and I really think that the rag works better than the the old toothbrush, but I wanted to not touch it. I probably should have put gloves on, but I didn't. But that's how it looked, right? That's how it looked beforehand. And then now we're just going to kind of rub some of this off, and it's really kind of mesmerizing and amazing. Just look. Can you see that? It's like it just, it's like instant gratification because it just makes it beautiful so quickly. Look, and I mean, I really didn't even do much at all. I just put that on with the with the toothbrush, and oh look, you can see my setup. See, there's the tripod, there's the iPad, but it's just like, it's magic. And so that's going to be the nice, beautiful container that looks old, but it looks pretty now, for my old cabinet photos that I will use in scrapbooking, but I'll use scans of them in the scrapbooking. But that's how it looks, and I'll show you when I'm all finished. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, I'm back, and I wanted to show you the bowl all nice and lovely. And there are still a couple of little spots in there that I could probably work a little harder at, except I think that it's really actually worn. And this really was easy. I'm not one to, you know, sit around polishing silver, but it's actually maybe I'll start polishing silver because it's so fast and so easy and just such a dramatic change that it's a lot of fun. So that's, I've been using these bowls as places to keep my scrapbooking, you know, the different bits that you have. And now this bowl will be the bowl that my old photos go in. And so when I have family over, it might be fun to just put this bowl out, and then that becomes a conversation piece that we can still kind of look through, and it might pique some of my family members' interest. So my goal right now is to get everybody in my family to take the Ancestry DNA test, because it's just been so fabulously exciting. But hopefully this will just be a little something to get everybody's interest. Say, oh, that's a nice bowl, and oh, what do you got in there? Oh, is that Grandpa? So that's all. And I promise I'll get back to scrapbooking, but I just wanted to show you what I've been up to lately and the subject matter probably of a lot of my scrapbooking. To come, I'm going to be doing more of what I call my century scrapbook project. So I'm back into the history. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing current scrapbooking, because of course I'll be continuing that. But from time to time I really get amped up about family history, and I really feel like this is the first time in the history of the whole world that we've been able to make all the connections using DNA to say, okay, my family tree is correct, and I can look at this person and then look her up on the internet and figure out who she is and get her back to her people. So there you go. That's my latest passion, and I will talk to you soon. I'm Katie Scott, and my blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking. Thanks for watching.